Join me as I put every single villager's profession to the test to see which is the most useful in Minecraft. Each villager has a profession that determines what kind of trade they can offer, from tools and resources to rare items. So let's jump in and rank every single villager's profession from useless to useful. First up, we have the Nitwit. Nitwits do nothing. They can't work, they can't trade, they can't even be zombified by zombies. I don't even know why they're in the game. I'm going to be putting them in useless because they give no use to the player at all. So you've got the Unemployed Villager. These villagers have very, very high potential, but in their current state, they're completely useless. They only become useful once you give them a workstation and assign them to a profession. Until then, they're kind of just walking around, taking up beds, taking up space, and just being annoying. So with that, I'm putting them also in useless. Next up, we have the Leatherworker. 2025, I don't think many people wear leather armor. I know I personally don't. I don't think I ever really get leather armor or even bother making it. But he can sometimes sell saddles and horse armor. But seeing as now you can craft saddles and horse armor is quite easy to find in chests, he doesn't really have much of a use. But if you want to collect saddles or you're into leather armor, then he's kind of worth it in that kind of respect. I'm going to put him in rarely worth it because he's kind of not really worth it. Now we got the Fisher Villager. Now, let's be real. No one's really fishing in survival anymore. And if you are, you definitely want to do it the old style way with a fishing rod by a pond. You're not really going to want to spend your time trading with a villager to get fish. It's not awful, but very kind of mid. And probably the most useful thing about this villager is probably his workstation, the barrel where you can store stuff in while you're trading with him. So I'm putting him in rarely worth it because it depends on how you want to play the game and depending on what you want to get from villagers. Next up, we have the Shepherd Villager. Now, this one, you can buy wool, you can buy beds. That's cool, that's great, but only if you're doing those kind of things. If you need a bunch of wool or you need a bunch of beds, then he's perfect to get. If you don't really need all that, then he's not really going to be useful to you and what you're doing. But if you've got a lot of wool lying around, if you've got like an automatic wool farm, or you just got a load of sheep, then he's good because you can get a bunch of emeralds if you sell your wool to him. So I'm going to put him in rarely worth it because he's not overly worth your time trying to get the good trades and all that kind of stuff. Next up, we've got the Butcher. He sells cooked food. He can buy raw meat. Sounds alright, but honestly, the farmer does it way better unless you're running some crazy cow farm. It's not really worth your time because, you know, unless you've got a lot of meat, it's not really worth it. So I'm also going to put him in rarely worth it because there are better villagers out there that are more worth your time. Also, if you're enjoying this ranking video, then please do leave a like, subscribe, and there are going to be loads more rankings coming, so keep your eyes out for that. So now we've got the Stonemason. Now this one is kind of not spoken about a lot because he can buy stone and clay. Super easy if you have a farm or if you've got a lot of stone from using Silk Touch, then he's brilliant for that. They also can sell a bunch of decorative blocks. Not really the most powerful trades, but brilliant if you're a builder and you need a bunch of blocks to finish your build. Not really the most powerful villager, but if you're a builder, then he will definitely be useful. So I'm going to put him in sometimes useful because sometimes you can kind of get some good uses out of him, but not all the time. Next up, we've got the Cartographer Villager. This guy's not essential, but it's kind of fun. He sells maps to get to the Woodland Mansion, Ocean Monument maps, and a bunch of other maps to get to locations in the world that you won't be able to find necessarily without searching for a long time. So if you're going on an adventure, he's fantastic for that. He also can buy sugarcane and glass off you. So if you've got a farm, he's brilliant for that. So I'm also going to put him in sometimes useful because there are some times where he can come. He can be a little bit useful. Next up, we've got the Cleric. Clerics are kind of niche. They've got their moments. They buy rotten flesh, which is amazing if you've got a mob farm, like a zombie farm, or a mob farm in general. They sell stuff like ender pearls, redstone. So if you're prepping for the end or setting up a automation farm, then they'll be amazing and worth your time having them around. So I'm going to put that one in also sometimes useful because they sometimes have their uses. So now we've got the Armorer. So if you want full diamond armor without digging a single block, this guy's got you essentially. And if you zombify and cure him, the stuff becomes basically free and so cheap to do. It's kind of cheating in a way. You can get full diamond armor like that if you get the right trades and you get the right levels of price for emeralds. So I'm going to put this guy in very useful because he has some killer trades, and the cost for the emeralds can be really good if you cure him by after you cure him once he's been zombified. He's really good for that. So next up we got the Weaponsmith. It's pretty much the same as the Toolsmith, which is coming up next, but with swords and axes. Still great, but a little less useful since you don't need new swords as often. Still free enchant diamond gear. I'm not complaining too much, so I'm going to put him in very useful. Now we got Toolsmith. Diamond tools without having to go mining. Yes, please. That sounds amazing. He gives you pickaxes, axes, shovels. Once you pair him with a librarian for enchants, you're basically good to go. He buys coal, iron, which is nice if you're running a basic mine or iron farm. Then you're basically winning. You're swimming in emeralds. It's amazing. So I'm going to put him also in very useful because all three of those villagers have very good uses and are very good. Now we're moving on to the last three villagers. Personally, my all-time favourite villagers. So first up, we got the farmer. This guy is probably one of the most useful villagers. If you've got a massive farm, if you need a bunch of emeralds, if you want to basically make an emerald empire, then he has got your back. He can sell golden carrots. He can buy any type of crop or food, pumpkins, melons, wheat, potatoes, carrots, beetroot, the lot, everything for emeralds. And once if you cure him after he's been zombified, his trades become essentially like you get so many emeralds for so little food. It's brilliant. So I'm gonna put him in God tier because he's good. I personally quite like him. Next up, we've got the Fletcher. Personally, probably the most underrated villager ever. He can literally turn sticks into emeralds. Sticks, where you can get an infinite amount of sticks by chopping trees and getting wood, or just chopping a tree and you can get unlimited sticks, however you want, as much as you want, and you get emeralds for it. Once you cure him after he's been attacked by a zombie, you can get one stick for one emerald. It is like an infinite money glitch, essentially, in Minecraft. It is brilliant. So I'm putting him also in God tier with the farmer. Highly recommend him if you are able to get him. Lastly, we have the librarian. Probably one of the most useful villager in the game. You can get mending, unbreaking, fortune 3, protection 4. Every single enchant in the game is open to you via this one villager. All you need to do is just pair him with a lectern, and there you go. You're basically winning at life. Then if you pair him with like the farmer and the Fletcher, you're basically set for life because you get the emeralds from the other two to buy books from the first one, and then it just tumbles. It is honestly, I always end up getting at least 7 to 8 of these in my world, each one with incredible good trades just by curing him with a zombie villager. There we go. So the top 3 villagers I recommend for your Minecraft world: a farmer, a Fletcher, and a librarian villager. Those are the 3 most useful villagers that I can recommend. So if you're looking for villagers to add to your Minecraft world, then the top 3 are those. Why not check out this video on screen, and I shall see you later.